I've been using the LG 27-inch curved monitor, and honestly, it gives you a lot for the price. But the real question is this a good monitor or just another budget display? Well, let's find out. First, let's talk about the design. It's a 27-inch curved monitor with a 1500R curve, which means the curve is pretty subtle. So when you are sitting in front of it, it doesn't feel too aggressive. It just makes the screen feels a little more immersive. You also get this 3-side borderless design, which means the bezel on the top and the sides are really thin, so you get more screen and less of that thick black border around it. And honestly, I think that makes the whole monitor look cleaner, especially on a desk setup. The stand also lets you tilt the monitor so you can adjust the angle to where it feels comfortable. Now, let's get into the display. This is a full HD 1920 by 1080 VA display, and one thing I like about VA panels is the contrast. This one has a 3000 to 1 typical contrast ratio, so darker scenes have deeper blacks and there's a good difference between the dark and bright part of the image. But I do want to point out the biggest compromise here. It's 1080p. At 27 inches, it's not going to look as sharp as a 1440p or a 4K monitor. So if you are someone who really cares about sharp text and having a really crisp image, I would look at a 1440p. But for browsing, school, work, watching videos and everyday use, 1080p is still pretty fine. One thing that does make this monitor feel better to use is the 100Hz refresh rate. So if you are coming from a 60Hz, you will notice it pretty quickly. Scrolling feels smoother, animations feel smoother, and the whole screen just feels more fluid. And you can also use that 100Hz for gaming. Also, for color, you are getting a 99% sRGB, so for normal everyday stuff, the color look good and you get a nice range of colors for videos, photos, movies, and games. And LG also give you quite a few picture modes. You have vivid, HDR effect, reader, cinema, FPS, RTS, and color weakness. So if I'm watching a movie, I can switch to cinema. If I'm gaming, I can use FPS or RTS. And if I'm reading, I can even use reader mode. It's nice because you can change the way the screen looks depending on what you are doing. There's also super resolution, and this gives you 3 options: high, middle, and low. High is for high definition videos and gaming, while middle is to give you a more comfortable viewing, while low is for low motion videos and pictures. Now, if you use a laptop, this next feature is pretty useful. You get USB-C, and with a compatible device, it can handle video, data, and up to 15 watts of power. So you can connect your laptop to the monitor with one cable, which makes the desk look a lot cleaner. Just remember, 15 watts isn't enough to fully charge most laptops, so you are still going to need your regular charger. If you are going to be sitting in front of this thing for hours, LG also has reader mode and flicker save. Reader mode is useful when you are reading for a long time, and flicker save is there to help reduce flickering. The display is also matte, which helps cut down on reflections from light and window. One thing you should know about this monitor is it doesn't have an inbuilt speaker. You would still need to connect an aux cable and maybe then connect to a speaker for you to be able to hear the audio. At the end of this video, which is now, I think you should be able to take some things away from this video, which is this monitor is definitely a good budget monitor for you. It's not trying to do too much. It does a little bit of everything. So if you're a student, a gamer, someone who does office work, and you just need something to get the work done, this is definitely worth your money. And it does way more things than you should ever expect. It is not an OLED display. It doesn't give you that, that quality you would get from an OLED, but it has some built-in features you can use depending on what you want to do. Like if you are gaming, you can use the super resolution and put it to high, which is what you should use for gaming. And if you're someone who reads or you study, you can put on the reading mode and make the resolution a little bit lower so that you can use it to read. So it does a little bit of everything. I'm going to put the link in the description. This is not a sponsored video. This is a monitor I got with my money, and I just wanted to share with you guys the features and show you how it has been helping me. And again, it's 27 inch. That is big enough for anything you want to do. So if this video helped you out, don't forget to subscribe, like, share, comment, and let me know what you think about this monitor. And if you have any other suggestion, let me also know in the comment section, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.